Everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the opportunity for me to speak tonight. It's going to be a short one. I'm not sure if I'll use up to 30 minutes. It's already use 10 minutes though. And thank you for what you're doing to build a community. It's not easy to build a community, to get people together. I know because I have a community, so it's a lot of work and you're doing so well. So thank you very much. We appreciate what you do. And today we're talking about how your personal growth affects your business. You know, as entrepreneurs, many of us are solopreneurs in the sense that we're the only ones doing the business. So you're wearing many hats. You're the accountant, you're the financial manager, you are the marketer, you are the HR, you are the strategist, you are everything. And that means you're wearing different hats and, you know, all this falls on your shoulders, falls on you. So shows that what the outcome of your business depends on how you are able to maximize your own potential, how you're able to grow yourself. So today I'm going to just start by saying the first thing first is defining what success means to you. You know, we live in a time of social media where there's noise everywhere, so to speak. This person posts what they're doing, that person posts what they're doing, and if you're not careful, you're being carried away. But the first thing is to ask yourself, what does success mean to you? I don't mean what success means to the culture you're living in and the community you're living in. I don't mean what success means to your pastor or the congregation you belong to. I don't mean what success means to your friends, your family members. I mean, what does success mean to you when everything is said and done, when you're alone, when there is no noise, when you can listen to yourself? How do you define success? Because that's the starting point. How do you define success? Because just like, can you imagine somebody waking up in the morning and this woman, everything we do in the morning, have a shower, dress up, wear fine clothes, put up her makeup, makes her hair, maybe grab breakfast, fix her key, and goes to the car and start driving. It looks normal, right? It looks, yeah, what's bad about it? But this woman doesn't know, or this person doesn't have a destination in mind. So she's just driving. You know, many of us say that success is not a destination, which is true. But at least knowing where you're going, knowing what success means to you, helps you to stay on track, helps you to know what you look out for and what you do. So that's the first thing. I also have to take time out and decide and ask yourself, what do you think success is to you? And then you know what you are aiming at, you know what your goals are to be in life. And then, yeah, I'm not saying you will not be distracted. You might be distracted, but it's easy to go back on track when you know that. And to even know what success is to you, that one thing is being self-aware. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is being conscious of your strengths, of your weaknesses, of your feelings, of your emotions, being conscious of yourself, being conscious of what you have. Because many of us are so busy in life that we don't know ourselves, you know. And if you're not conscious of those things, which is the starting of your personal growth, then you don't even know what to grow. You don't know what to do to increase to make yourself feel better, to develop yourself. You know, because now we want to look at you, the person behind the business, and that's why we're focusing on you, right? Focusing on your own personal growth. So talk about self-awareness. You know, every one of us have a script that we work by. There's a programming that affects us that we run. For example, when you open a website or an app, every website, every app has a script or a program that is running by, it's working, what they call JavaScript. I'm not a techie person, but I know about JavaScript, and that determines how responsive that website is. It determines how the website will behave with you, and how it's going to look, how it's going to function. So the same way, we have scripts that we are running by that we don't even know exist because they are far in our subconscious. We don't know that these things are there. This program that we're run by, has different reasons why they are there, as in they develop from different reasons. One might be your culture, the culture you grow in, your family culture, also your temperament, your genes, your genetics, and even your birth order. So if you're a first child, if you're a second child, middle child, or if you're a last child, these things. Please, could you mute your phone, yourself, please? Please, could you mute yourself, please, if you're not muted? Thank you very much. So these things come together to affect how you behave. It affects how you relate with the world. It affects how you see the world. It affects how you see challenges, affects how you see success, affects how you see opportunities. So that's why we have to take time to understand ourselves, being self-aware. So what are the scripts I'm playing out? Sometimes you realize that some things annoy you. And if you don't know why you get angry easily. Sometimes I look at myself, maybe even listening with my husband, and I say, okay, how come this thing irritates me so much? And I realize maybe it's how I was brought up. Maybe it's something my dad used to do or somebody used to do, and that's why I'm reacting that way. You understand? So those things, we think that, oh, they are past, they are there. But all those things affect us in life, affect even your drive, affect what you aim at to achieve. But if you've never paid attention to this script, to understand, to be self-aware, and to understand why you are motivated, what motivates you, what are the things that triggers you, what are the things that challenges you, then where do we even start from to develop yourself? Because that would be a starting point. Self-awareness makes you know where you're starting from to get your desired destination. Remember I told you, I spoke about defining success yourself, knowing what success means to you. Because if you know what success means to you, you know where you want to go. You know where your destination is. And then you start to ask yourself, who do I need to be to get there? Now, many times we work on, yes, developing our skills, our technical skills, which is beautiful. We need those technical skills. We need to know how to maybe social media skills, how the skill related to your trade or to your business. But apart from those things, because you in your business, and because business success is so much related to your personal growth and personal development, you need to ask yourself, who do I need to be the kind of person that can run the kind of business I want to run? What are the character traits of this person? How does this person behave? How does this person talk? How does this person reason? Because yes, we can learn, like I said, you can learn technical things, but it takes time and personal growth and being self-aware to even see that, okay, these are things that I think about before I behave this way. For example, you realize that you're always shouting on your child for one particular reason. Have you thought about it? Why do you shout on the child, or why do you get angry when this thing is being done this way? Is it because you see yourself in that child, or is it because there's a trigger that goes on in you that makes you behave that way? There's something your coworker or your employee does that triggers you. So being self-aware means you're being careful, you understand those things and you're working on it, and you can decide to either change it or to make it to your, what's the right word? To make it work for you, for your good. Because say the truth that yes, we can change some things, but we can't really change everything about ourselves. Knowing your strength, knowing your weakness also helps you. Yeah, you can work on your weakness, but then it's better for you to work on your strength and be better at it. So by knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, it helps you to channel your business to see, okay, this I'm not very good at. Do I need to outsource it? This is my strength. I want to focus more on my strength and build my business on that. That's why I can increase that part of my business. Now, for example, one of the things also that affects us is our belief system. By the time you understand what your belief systems are, you can ask yourself, what are the belief systems, the beliefs I need to be the kind of person that will run this business successfully? What are the beliefs I need to have? Because sometimes yeah, thank you for please thank you very much. Because our belief they're just like the roots of a tree. The deeper the beliefs grow, the higher the potential of that tree, of the plant growing. And so that we have some deep-rooted beliefs that affecting us. Sometimes some people believe that, you know what, I'm going to mute myself. Okay, thank you very much. You know, so those beliefs we have affect us unconsciously. But how do you know the beliefs you have? How do you know the beliefs you have? And one thing is you being conscious and being aware. If you start a task, what goes in your brain? If you're facing a difficulty, what goes in your brain? So being conscious of even your thoughts. What are the things I'm thinking about when I'm doing these things? Do I think that I can't do this thing well enough? Or do you think you easily give up? You know, so those are some belief systems. Some people believe that, you know, some things are for some special people. And I'm not part of that special people, so I just leave it. So being careful and watching your thought processes, thinking about what you think about, and taking sure that you're bringing every thought and thinking about it and saying, okay, does this thought working for me? This belief system helping me or not? And reframing those belief systems with something that works for you, with something that really helps. For example, okay, I just didn't believe that running is something I should be doing. I can do what I can do. But obviously, I started walking, and sometimes when I'm walking, I start running. I start to start running, and I'm thinking that okay, but when I start running, I always get scared of me. Can you run? Before you know it, now you either maybe your chest is start paining or something, and I stop myself. But I tell myself, okay, you know what? Some people that are running don't have 10 heads, and I have to just try to run and push myself a bit because I'm trying to, number one, this lockdown is getting to me. But going outside in the morning and try to walk, I walk a bit, I run, just try to push myself and tell myself you can't do it. So that is just a very small example, but that affects us in many ways, in different ways that we don't really what do you call it? We don't see. And some of the reasons why self-awareness is good for an entrepreneur needs to be self-aware, because one, it helps you to make the right decisions for your business and for yourself. It helps you to also know how to relate with other people because you are aware of your own emotions, you're aware of your own feelings, you're aware of your own capability, your strengths and your weaknesses. You know how to relate with other people more. You know how to expect with other people. What to expect from other people. You know how to also design your business that will work for you. I mean, business vision and a business goal that will work for your good at the time. And then finally, I would like to talk about how we see the world. So one of the things about self-awareness is the fact of understanding how you see the world. There are different ways we relate to the world and what we see the world. There are some people that are very visual. Some people are auditory, they hear more. Some people feel, they call them kinesthetic, and some people are more of audio digital. So I'll try to explain this four group of people. Of course, many times we use a different blend of these, but we have one that is prominent. So the first group of people say they are visual. These people, they think in pictures and they see more like they relate to the world with sight. So when they're talking to you, it's things like, oh, I see this thing, or this is how I see it. when I'm discussing with somebody, I always say, and this is how I see it, because that's how they relate with the world. And then there are people that are auditory. And this one they're talking to you, they say things like, their heads are very active. This is what they are hearing you say, or this is what they heard, because that's how they relate with the world. And then some people are kinesthetic, they feel more, and they are like, they touch. For example, I'm very kinesthetic, so when I'm doing something, if I want to know something is right, it's more of my feeling. I need to feel it's right. If you're talking to me, people that can also see, I need to see what you're telling me and then feel it for me to really understand what you're teaching me. That's one reason why I didn't do science, because some of the things I couldn't see it and I couldn't feel it. But I need to see and feel what you're talking about for me to understand it. And then the final group is called this AD, just AD. Those people are they are digital, literally digital. And these people, they are more like systematic people. They like things being done orderly. People that they're more like reasoners. So our example, I'm going to give you a free example now. Well, I'm going to ask this question. So listen to me. Are you a person that makes important decisions based on this? One, your gut feelings. Do you make important decisions by your gut feelings? Two, do you make important decisions by the one that sounds best? So you're hearing different decisions. Oh no, this sounds best to me. That one sounds best to me. How do you make decisions? Are you the one that makes decisions that what looks best? This one looks best. It's the same decision, but then, oh, this looks best to me. Or are you the one that makes the decision that you have to review this and study the issues? Like you have to go through everything and say, okay, I think this is the one I'm going to do. So if you're the first person that goes with your gut feeling, then that person uses kinesthetic. So that's how they relate with the world. If you're auditory, that's the person that says things like, that's the best, this sounds best to me. And if you're visual, the person will say things like, this looks best to me. And if you're the person that has to review things, has to study and see which one is the best way, and more like go through all the pros and cons and check and tick all the things to really study to understand it, then you are auditory digital. So are we following? Yeah, okay. Okay, finally, I think I'm looking at the time now. I'll give one more example. So during an argument, are you most likely to be influenced by, one, whether or not you're in touch with the person's point of view? You can really feel you're in touch with the person's point of view, you can feel the person's point of view. Or number two, are you influenced by the other person something to you? Or number three, are you the one influenced by whether or not you can see the person's point of view? Yes, something someone say, I can't see what you're saying, I can't see what you're trying to tell me. Or number three, are you the person that you are the logical one and you want to be the logic of the person's argument that you make a decision true? So the first one, if you're the person that you are influenced by the person's, by being touched by the person's point of view, you have to be touched for you to really agree with the person, then you're kinesthetic. If you're the person that is touched by the tone of the person's voice, that will influence your decision, then you're auditory. And the number three, if you're the person that you need to see from the person's point of view, then you're visual. But if the person that you have to look at the logic behind the person's argument, then you are auditory digital, they call it AD. Now, for us to understand that these are not cast in stone, right? Just like I said, many of us have a combination of this, but there's one that might be more prominent for you. So sometimes you might use this. So why do you need to know this, for example? By the time you know how you relate with the world, also help you to know how to study, the best way you study, the best way you relate with people, and then help you to relate with other people. So as an entrepreneur, how does this help? How does this affect you? affects you understanding how maybe your customers talk to you and how you relate to them. So when you hear a customer telling you, "Oh, I can't see that," or I don't see what you're saying," you can try to change the way you talk to make the person also see you, as in speak in terms, in the words that the person will understand, because now you're coming to their level. And then also for you, you understand the way you relate with the world. When something is happening, you understand why it's getting at you, because of you are really feeling that thing. So, in a nutshell, as an entrepreneur, being self-aware is the first step in your personal development, because you now know what to channel, how to channel your strengths, your weaknesses, how to grow yourself, how to develop yourself to be the best to grow your business. You also know how to structure your business in a way that you're using your strength. And then finally, what happens now is you know where you are, and you know where you want to get to. So you can start planning, what are things I need to work on myself to get to my destination. So sometimes in our life, we need to pause and think. The lane you are, where you are, is it going to take you to where you want to go to? The lane where you are right now. If you continue on that road, if you continue on that lane, if you don't make any adjustment, any changes in your business, in your life, would that place take you to the destination you plan for yourself? But if not, then you need to change. But the funny thing, the really funny or tragic thing is that many of us don't even take time to pause and to think about it, to see, am I on the right track or not? So please, I would like to just encourage us to take time in our business. Everybody is busy. There's so many things to do. The business is there. To ask ourselves, am I on the right lane? Am I on the right track? And then we trace your steps and walk towards the destination you want to get to. I think that's where I will stop for today. Any question? I'm looking at the time.
I've unmuted all, so if you've got any questions, please. We've got just like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah. So fine.
Any questions?
Okay,
Somebody is speaking.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, my name is Chevin Dio. I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I joined in late, but what I heard was that talking to people and making them see things the way they're seeing, or
1 minute. Let me mute all so you can ask a question without interference.
okay.
Let me unmute her. Where is she? Okay. All right. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I'm into selling clothing, and sometimes convincing a buyer, or a potential buyer may like a particular dress, and then it fits the buyer, and all of a sudden the buyer gets discouraged or doesn't want to buy again. So what do you do? How do you convince when you see that it fits, it's perfect, it's beautiful, but the buyer now decides not to buy? So what do you do at that point in time?
Okay, so it depends on how you've been talking to the buyer, right? So now you've been listening to her talk. Is she not liking it because she doesn't feel that it's right for her? Is she not liking because she doesn't see?
It fits well. Okay, for instance, it fits well, it's beautiful, and then all of a sudden the buyer will say, I don't wear red, I don't like red, I don't just like red, and red looks very beautiful, and everyone says it looks beautiful, and I don't know, I feel that, and everyone feels that, okay, you don't like red, but can you try something new? red is okay. So how do I convince such buyers to go
So
for
I think
such?
that, yeah, like I said, you need to understand. So it won't be somebody that just comes to yourself for one day, but then even at that, are you listening to her? Because one thing about customer service or selling is that you have to sell to the person. No, you're not selling what you have, so to speak. You're selling what the person wants. Do you understand? She needs to buy
Yes.
because I love, because I need it, because I feel it's satisfying a desire or a want I have. So it lets you to understand what does she really want? What is she looking for? Is she looking for, you think it looks good on her? Is she looking for comfort? Is she looking for, maybe she's not looking for good looks, but then because you have to try to go to her brain more, like that's why people study psychology, right now psychology of in adverts, and everything you do, everything you buy is part of psychology. You know, like when you go to an eatery, the way the eatery is being arranged, the colors they use is to help you, to make you buy. When you go to a store, they arrange everything so you can buy. So it's left for you to understand the psychology of that person. What does she want? Why does she want that dress? It might look good to you, but maybe doesn't feel well in that clothes. Maybe she can't see herself wearing that clothes. So it's left for you to be able to, it's not easy, because but then it's left for you to be able to see what is she seeing that I'm not seeing, what is she hearing that I'm not hearing.
Not easy. Yes, I can hear you. I understand. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so yeah,
Hello?
so yeah, hello, I can hear you. So it's not going to come overnight, but just also you being conscious of your own they call it representational system, how you relate with the world, and try to understand how she relates with our own world. Then you can communicate with her.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Any more? Last one before we call it a wrap or call it a day. Anyone else? Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've spent 8 minutes past our time. Thank you for joining. God bless you. Thank you, Wumi Akinlosotu, for spending your time with us. Yeah, thank you very much. God bless you. Have a
Thank
good
you,
night.
ma'am.
Bye.
God bless you. Bye.
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 Bye. All.